And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Last time I thought I unmuted OBS. I apparently didn't unmute the second desktop audio. That is for Discord. Thought I clicked unmute. And we are back with the first semi-final series of the night here. This will be a best of 3. Finals will be best of 5. This next matchup is a ZVZ, unfortunately, so we are back to the mirror match. Great. And spawning into the bottom right-hand corner, the pink Zerg Paces from SC2 IDN. It is BadFaith.
And spawning in the top left as the red Zerg representing Gucci, it is Miharu.
Now let's see exactly where everybody's faith lies. Is it in the BadFaith or is it in faith in Miharu to close this series out? And neither player looking like they want to play this crazy purple style just yet. We do have BadFaith going for it. A Nexus, or a Nexus, wow. A hatchery. And we do have a hatchery from Miharu.
Yeah, it seems BadFaith's having some lag issues.
Here. We are indeed on the Eastern US server. I'm not sure where BadFaith is exactly from. That is a server it seems to have given us. Is that Eastern US?
Yeah, seem to be going pretty similar builds. We'll just have to see how they deviate after a couple minutes.
Yeah, because ZVZ is just a mirror match tool. Usually when somebody gets to have one Banelink connection that will just, you know, tilt the momentum in their favor. It can be pretty hard to come back with. No speed out of Miharu just yet. He's looking like he wants to add on a few lings and possibly apply a little bit of pressure. Now, we have for Faith. Faith's getting that metabolic boost. He's just now starting up also for Miharu. He's actually keeping 2 lings on gas, so it looks like he wants to get to that Baneling phase. All games are ZVZ from now. No, we would not be having ZVZ all night. Oh wait, they probably actually are, aren't they?
See others. Depends what Alexander's race is.
I think Alex is actually a Zerg, so yeah, we're gonna have Zerg the rest of the night. Here we go, Miharu gonna go ahead and poke in here. There is a Spinecrawler on the low ground. He is getting in here where he can't give the surface area to his opponent, but he is gonna end up losing all these lings unless he gets them on out of here. Goes ahead, cancels that Spinecrawler as BadFaith clearly says, "Yep, I am set. I can defend this now." 10 more lings are on the way from Miharu, though. The speed is about to finish up. However, BadFaith's Banelingness is done. And now BadFaith is the one to go ahead and pour on that pressure.
Yeah, BadFaith sending his lings across the map. I don't know if Miharu saw it since his overlords aren't in the middle of the map.
So apparently StarCraft 2 IDN stands for StarCraft 2 Indonesia. So that might explain why he's lagging pretty hard. Probably have to change more to the West Coast server. Here we go, BadFaith gonna push up this ramp here. And it is Spinecrawler out to defend this. These lings are in position to defend. He will take out the Spinecrawler and get us around on these lings.
Ooh, nice transfuse with the other queen, and both queens are going down. BadFaith just morphing banglings in the middle of a fight. That didn't really seem to be the right call, as Miharu just overwhelmed him.
Indeed, he's not going to reinforce just yet. He does have a Roach Horn on the way, so he is looking to transition out of this. Did he just cancel it? Yeah, he just canceled the Roach Horn.
Ooh, I think that was a mistake, as Miharu has his own Roach Horn.
I mean, if he could reinforce with the lings here and hold this aggression right here, he might actually be able to just swarm the lings and actually kill off his opponent. So it really comes down to how well Miharu can actually get, like, how much he can get done here.
Nah, those banglings are really scary.
Bailing does finish up for BadFaith, and it is all creep. Very good connection there.
Ooh.
Knocking down some of these, morphing more banelings. Now the banelings are done. He can actually detonate them on the mineral line.
Oh. Ooh, yeah.
7 drones.
Those are really good bailing
11
connections.
drones. I might actually be the final nail in this coffin here. The way some banelings do pop out for BadFaith is he does be able to clean this up and push these lings away. Going to try and trigger one baneling. To try and trigger a second. He's just trading out one ling for one baneling. 2 banelings left in the cannon here, so to speak, as he's going to push Miharu away finally. But now behind this, the roaches are out. Miharu didn't take a second, but he is on that roach tech now. And it looks like BadFaith is going to go for one final push.
I think Miharu forgot some gas because he seems to not have that much. He seems to have a lot of minerals, but not enough gas to get enough roaches and banes.
That could be the mistake here. He only has 1 gas. It's only... Okay, now he sees it.
Yeah.
He's going to go ahead and add on 2 more gases here. 2 more banelings are going to morph in. Now his opponent does see this. Miharu is ready to defend.
Oh! Those were not the hits that he needed, and he's just going to suicide those banglings in.
GG gonna be called out. Probably shaking his head after that one. Just giving Miharu the 1-0 lead here.
Yeah, that was definitely a huge micro mistake, and I think he was right to tap out there.
Just trying to make sure both players do have the decent advantage here, because Biscuits was saying, or not Biscuits, my bad. BadFaith was saying there something about the lag. Okay.
Yeah.
We reform. Give us a sec, guys. We're gonna reform this party real quick and change this server over to more benefit both players.
Let's see.
He wants Singapore, but I feel like Western US is probably gonna be the best one for both sides.
Yeah. So West Coast preferred server.
You know what? Let's say do best match, or we could do Brazil. That seems to be a middle ground here. Yeah, we'll go Brazil.
Brazil. Okay. Third game server is on Brazil. The chat's going like ZVZ.
Yeah, ZVZ. West Coast work?
I should be on West Coast right now.
Because I don't know where Miharu is from, so...
Yeah.
Okay, so the next map in, I do believe, was Abyssal Reef, is that it? Scroll up here. Yeah, it is going to be Abyssal. Let's go ahead and get this party reformed. Right. Where are you?
There
you are. There you are. Alright, now we get the situation sorted out. We're trying to sort out a little bit of lag issues there for BadFaith. He said he was at a 300 meg ping.
Oh, Miharu's on the West Coast.
Trying to make sure you can get me somewhere closer to BadFaith's location, and while not giving him complete total control of the server. Server lag and ping. These are semifinals. We don't want anyone getting too, you know, how should I say, pushed out and, you know, being kind of like, yep, this wasn't very fair in his favor, or have any kind of agreement on server, you know.
Yeah, we always wanna have the even playing ground.
Yeah.
In the middle server for them.
Here we go, spawning into the bottom right-hand corner. Currently down 1-0 in the series. The pink Zerg pieces. From StarCraft to Indonesia, it is BadFaith.
And spawning to the top left of Abyssal Reef, representing Gucci, it is Miharu.
Make sure the ping is alright there for BadFaith. You know, again, you want to keep it kind of even. You don't want to mess with people too much here. Make sure the lag is good. Last game, he apparently was on a 300 meg ping. Trust me, I know how that is. I've tried playing in Korea a couple times and it was just horrible.
Oh man. Yeah, that's like across the ocean, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was very interesting to play in the Korean side of things. You just can't read general chat or anything. It's so like...
Yeah. Like, what are you saying?
Look at both players are going to play for a very similar style. Once again, getting their hatcheries up, getting their spawning pools up, making that gas. 17 gas, 17 pools, so to speak. There,
yeah.
I mean, we just kind of wait.
Ooh. Should we remake or?
No. Nope. To find a meeting point, so to speak. Yeah, even I have a little bit of ping issues there. I'm at 400 meg apparently right now. 400 ms.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, my ping's 250, so.
It was West Coast, wasn't it? No, we're on the Singapore server. So we select West Coast, it still goes to Singapore anyway. You know what? I just try to use best match, and even best match kind of messes with me, pushing me in Singapore.
Yeah. Seems both the players and the casters have to make do with this. But when you're really far apart, then server issues can be pretty bad.
It's just the way it goes from time to time.
Yeah, it really can't be helped.
Failing Nest is on the way here for BadFaith, however. Looks like he wants to pour on the pressure this time. He's going to defend this aggression from Miharu once again, as it might just be the same story as game number 1, or he might wind up being BadFaith being able to better defend here and just take the game in his favor really easily. A little bit of Ling tackle attack happening there. Do have spine crawlers being added on from Miharu. Looking like a very similar style Miharu is going to play, so we should see a Roach Warren down after the initial aggression. Go ahead and pull his Lings back.
Yeah, Miharu just made a safety, a spine crawler as he sees these Lings coming across. And I think with the Queen blocking the ramp, you should be fine.
But what if you go around the ramp? Ooh, ha ha ha.
No! I've been outsmarted. But it does have 3 queens, which is enough to block the other side.
Well, but double pronging here might actually be more of an issue. The Bailey's gonna find a really huge connection. Oh! As the Bailey's are just gonna push right on up in here and be able to start getting on top of these queens and a spine crawler. The lone Baneling trying to make its way to the drone line. Gonna pick up 3 drones there. And BadFaith might actually just close this out here. If he reinforces here, he might actually be able to just close this game out. Yeah, I think he's just gonna reinforce the 14 more lings, get some more Banelings, and just go again.
I think he should have sniped the Spine Crawler and maybe that Queen before backing off, because Miharu really did not have any forces to defend him.
I mean, he did burn a Transfuse as well to keep his Spine Crawler a little bit more alive, and there's not going to be enough energy just yet for a second one. BadFaith's just going to reinforce with these lings and possibly... Yeah, he's going to add the Roach Horn in. He's got the Roach Horn on the way. I love how the game is playing like the Terran themes right now, and it's a ZVZ.
Yeah.
Banelings are rallied into the natural base, gonna get pulled back. Almost threw some Banelings away there, but wouldn't that just be crazy to see like a disgusting Baneling connection on the accidental rally?
Yeah, that would be crazy. Oh, BadFaith?
This could actually be huge. BadFaith, I don't know if he saw these lings leave or not. A little bit of A-click on these rocks. He's gonna snipe the Queen. Where are the Banelings here? The Banelings are hanging back. Or did he use them? Where are the Banelings?
I think he moved them in before going in, thinking that Miharu had lings at his base.
I mean, he is trying to hit a timing here where he can go ahead and reinforce with some roaches. He was after that Spine Crawler for that reason. There's one more Spine Crawler going to be added on.
Yeah, but Miharu is actually ahead in army supply, and he has queens along with Spine Crawlers, so it doesn't look that like BadFaith can do too much damage with this attack.
Yeah, and these roaches not having any upgrades added on just yet, which means if you get a decent surround here, these lings will actually kill off all the roaches. Now, if there's +1 range, what is it? These 36 lings probably might actually die to all the roaches. Like, just depends on the roach count. Upgrades are a thing.
Yeah, this can get pretty scary. Oh, I think that was a missed rally or something.
Yeah, he's actually gonna have to back off here. I mean, I don't think he has enough to break the front. He's gonna try and do it. The roach is in. There's a little bit of a
move command.
The pathing is gonna kill him. That's what it's gonna be.
Ooh, this isn't looking very good for BadFaith, as a couple micro mistakes that happened over and over again has definitely shredded his army supply.
Yeah, Miharu is now adding on roaches of his own. Honestly, well, here's the thing: if BadFaith can hold out and make this third base worthwhile, his economic advantage will be a little bit more. Probably what will save him in the end, because he will just be able to reinforce with more army.
Yeah, Miharu is running off of the back of it, so it's really allowing BadFaith to take this third base really safely.
This is drone count at, so yeah. Just throwing down a couple more here. Looks like he's trying to get the stack defense up. The Banelings are in a pretty good position here to deter any kind of lings. And one thing I really would like to see is this Spine or this Overlord of BadFaith come forward a little bit more, just so that he doesn't maybe accidentally run up this ramp and say, "Oh, well, there were Banelings there." Oops, which he is about to do.
He just doesn't have enough forces to push up this tiny choke.
As army supply 49 to 48. It is even, but a lot of it's not here with his army. These lings are going to push down the ramp and try and get the surround on these roaches, which it looks like they will end up being able to do, except for roaches of Miharu are blocking them. But it won't matter. He will go ahead and clean up this army. And that might actually prompt BadFaith to tap out here as he loses this. He is trying to reinforce some more roaches, but I think it's just going to be too little too late.
I mean, Haru needs to push and punish this third base, or else he will definitely be behind.
I mean, he is trying to do that. There's just some army trickling out here that he's picking up for free. So he's just actually... BadFaith is actually trading out a lot of resources for no reason. Also miss rallies.
All these miss rallies and missed move commands are just really hemorrhaging way too many units, especially in a mirror matchup where numbers are definitely the biggest factor. You really can't be doing these kinds of little mistakes.
I mean, he has +1 missile attack on the way, so he will be able to start trading out a lot better in terms of damage, but again, it's just going to be a numbers game. And say your opponent has 8 or 9 more roaches than you do, it doesn't matter what your upgrades are, but the concave here is actually helping him out a lot. A lot of roaches are stuck in the back. Miharu's gonna have to pull back here.
It seems BadFaith has held on, and with +1 and his third base, he seems to be posturing to have a really good in the mid game.
Yeah, I mean, his third base right now is everything. Miharu doesn't have his third down. Looks like he's now going to go ahead and take that third base. To rally some drones over there. He's actually not mining gas out of the couple extractors here. At least one extractor anyway. But Miharu does have his lair done. He will be able to tuck up into that Hydra or Muta, depending on which way he goes. But at this point in the game, you've committed this much to roaches, and now you're adding Ravagers in. There's no reason to go Muta.
Yeah.
BadFaith is now adding on a lair.
These Ravagers are definitely really scary, but BadFaith does have the upgrade lead.
Again, it's just a numbers game at that point. I mean, you also have to look at like the base damage these units do. Like Ravagers also have that extra DPS through Corrosive Bile. So
yeah,
it's just a matter of where you take the fight and what your unit numbers are going to be. There have been situations where I've been at like 2-2 as Terran to like a 1-1 of Zerg, and they just had like more army were able to kill me off.
Or like an insane Baneling, he will just kill everything.
Most definitely. Yeah. I even had it been like... Go ahead.
Like, but especially on the maps such as Abyssal Reef, where there are a lot of chokes, it's going to be really hard to attack in without getting concave.
I disagree with this move out here by BadFaith. He's not getting any damage done. He's actually just bleeding out army, trying to find a position to fight in. And again, this is exactly what I was talking about. It's a numbers game. Sometimes that's all it is. You may have that +1 attack on the way, but you just threw away a lot of army for almost no reason, and you didn't really get any damage done for it.
Yeah. And again, BadFaith is mis-rallying or move commanding to locations where he's just getting meat grinded by these 3 spine crawlers at this ramp.
3 kills on that spine, 6 on that one. Like, between this, there's like a total of 10 kills on these spine crawlers alone. It's
Yeah, they definitely paid themselves.
Yeah, they definitely paid for themselves. It's like not a crazy amount. I mean, he is teching into Hydras behind this. And there is a Spire all the way from Miharu. But again, this is something I highly disagree with. Is going for this Spire when you've already invested this much into getting like Roach speed, Hydra range, coming out here for BadFaith. But again, you already teched into that Roach speed. I don't know. I don't see a Muta swap being the best situation here.
Yeah. Though BadFaith does not have spores in any of his bases, so if Miharu is able to mask these and hide them well, then he can catch him by surprise.
I mean, he's also got 1-1 here versus the 0-0 of Miharu.
Yeah.
Does Miharu have Evo chambers? Oh, he doesn't have an Evo chamber anywhere on the map.
Get back! Get back!
Yeah, this is one of those situations where it's a matter of just like you have Hydras, and that's about it. A little bit of oversaturation here. Need to transfer some drones, mate. Get them out of here. Get them out of here! Anyway. This is Miharu have going on. I mean, he's just starting a +1 armor for his air units, so he is trying to counter out the upgrades of the Hydras for that +1 missile attack. Both players are on 4 base. And again, Miharu actually can move out here with this army he has. So it is 129 to 90 in army supply. And it looks like he is going to go ahead and do just that. Adding into mutas as well, so these mutas will be able to find a little bit of damage as well. There we go. It looks like he's going to come in here and start pushing into his 4th base. BadFaith, it does have army here to push us away. So he's not in a totally on a Fubar situation just yet, but BadFaith definitely needs some more Hydras, definitely needs some more army out at least. Still no spores in any of these bases. These mutas could actually find quite a bit of damage.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Back. And Bad Faith is definitely taking up really fast to these lurkers and infestors. But these mutalisks have found an exposed base with a lot of workers.
Just like that, 10 drones are going to be picked off, and he can actually probably pick off a little bit more here, but he needs to get these mutants out of here. It looks like he's going to bounce back and forth between that third base and the main. These drone kills are going to start to rack up rather quickly.
Yeah, Bad Faith throwing down these panic spores as Miharu has definitely caught him off guard.
Some queens here might be able to clean up the last of these. A little bit of a move command here, and some of these mutants are going to get picked off by these queens. He is going to jump down here to the fourth base, but there are some more drones. He probably could have picked up 1 or 2 more and then bounced out of here.
Yeah.
That is going to have to force either Bad Faith to re-drone a little bit or push out with these Hydras. Which again, at this point... Go ahead.
The Miharu is maxed, but I don't understand why he got Air Carapace, because he doesn't seem to be making any more mutas.
It might just be because he is maxed. But now, this is also a situation I disagree with the mutas. I mean, you had this Roach Ball, and it's just sitting here not really giving you any value back. He did just lose, looks like, a couple more mutas as well. He'll have to reposition his army up here to deal with Bad Faith pressuring. We are going to see some rocks die.
Ooh.
So that does open up the map a little bit. Yeah, but again, it's just where the the lurkers are finally joining in here, but not being burrowed. He is just going to keep pressing forward. He might actually be able to kill Miharu with this.
Yeah, those Hydras have insane DPS.
Yeah, but the concave here from Miharu is just far superior. And the lurker not even adding any DPS into this might actually die for free.
That lurker.
Hey.
Hey.
Kill it!
Come on.
An awkward situation where you could have killed off a free lurker and you just let it sit there. Now there is a lurker here. BadFaith is pretty much all in on this. I mean, he is getting a hide behind this, but he just doesn't have the army. Oh my god, that lurker DPS.
Already remaxed.
Yeah, he just remaxes a lot faster on Roach Hydra versus just a Hydra composition that BadFaith is showing us. Now both players have teched up the hive, which means we could start to say that, but there's still a layer back here from Miharu.
BadFaith just making 72 lings. He seems to be really going hard on this, but his army supply is still nowhere near close to Miharu's advantage.
No, I mean, if you're going to use these lings to probably try and find some damage around the map, and not just straight up use them for the fight, that might be a little bit more beneficial to you at this situation, because you are behind an army supply, and honestly behind at this point, I'm going to say tech, because this Roach Hydra composition here is going to be a lot more effective than just this Wing Hydra comp you have. Especially when RE supplies a thing. They will snipe out this base up here, up in the top corner, and that is going to prompt Miharu to have to reposition a little bit. Lurker's still hanging out, but here we go. These armies are going to clash, and as we will see, the Hydra DPS from Miharu is just going to shred these lings.
Yeah, these things really have not done anything, and BadFaith needed the lurkers in the fight.
Interesting choice to start adding in Ravagers right there in the middle of it. Like, hey, yeah, I've won this fight, mate. There's not much else you got left. And again, it's just that army supply. It's a numbers game, guys. Upgrades really won't matter if you can just have more army than your opponent. You are going up to +3 range. You do have 2-2, but again, just when it's numbers game, is honestly upgrades are going to be more micro based of your army. How will you micro that army?
Yeah, Miharu has constantly had more hatcheries and bases than his opponent, so not only was his economy better, but he also had better larva production, so he was always able to max out immediately after a fight.
I mean, these lurkers doing the siege tank push here, unsieging and moving forward little bits at a time, are going to start to be able to shred up some of this army of Miharu, and that could bring BadFaith right back into this game as he does pick off another hatchery. Miharu is going to go ahead and expand down here into the south behind that tree line. Now he does have the ramp here. These lurkers are unsieged. Roast of Bio going to come down and almost kill some of his own overseers. Again, now the upgrade. Yeah, the upgrade advantage though might actually start to prove more beneficial here to BadFaith. As he is going to have to back off though. Miharu does double the army supply at the moment. As Tom to say, look at the supply. A little lag coming out here.
Miharu's supply has consistently always been higher than BadFaith's.
Trying to decide if I need to pause this. I don't want to pause it when the game is on the line right here with this push coming up. But the lag might actually prove to be a bit of a factor.
Yeah, especially having to corrosive bile and move those meticulous movements. It can be... Lag can definitely screw over ZVZ, especially.
The BadFaith is actually completely out of position here as Miharu is going to be able to push in here and possibly take out this base. Even find some drone kills in the back there. 3 drones going to get picked off. 7 drones so far. The Hydras are on the top, the high ground, but he is going to lose that hatchery.
We don't want to go down that ramp. His concave is huge, and he takes 3 pot shots as Miharu just pushing in with the huge corrosive bile shots hitting on all the Hydralisks. And this may be GG as he has taken out a base and his army.
Yeah, this is going to be it indeed. There's a Viper joining the fight here, which isn't going to get much done. GG going to get called out. And Miharu will 2-0 sweep his opponent of BadFaith. Maybe he just had BadFaith in the Hydras.
Yeah.